Good afternoon, friends. As already promised that you please go through the facts of my prior video. I am going to draft a writ petition under Article 32, keeping in view those facts. So, friends, we will firstly write in the Honorable Supreme Court of India, Civil Original Jurisdiction, writ petition civil number so and so of 2025 in the matter of Genasian Collective, a registered community welfare organization representing the residents of Genesia State A, having its office at Genesia Hills. This is the petitioner versus will make parties to Union of India through its Secretary, Ministry of Home Affairs, North Block, New Delhi. Second, we will make party to State A through its Chief Secretary. Also, we will make party to Principal Secretary, Department of Water Sources, and Principal Secretary, Department of Health and Family Welfare. These will be respondents. So, friends, writ petition under Article 32 of the Constitution of India seeking issuance of writ, order, or direction for the enforcement of fundamental rights under Articles 14, 15, 19, and 21 of the Constitution of India. To the Honorable Chief Justice of India and his companion justices of the Honorable Supreme Court of India, the humble petition of the petitioner above named most respectfully showeth, number one, that the petitioner is a registered community welfare organization representing the Genesian people, a historically oppressed community belonging to the mutant X caste residing in the hilly region of Ganesha in the state A. The petitioner has the requisite locus to approach this honorable court under Article 32 of the Constitution for the enforcement of the fundamental rights of the Genesian people. Secondly, background, the Genesians, owing to their long-standing systematic discrimination, reside in near complete isolation in the hills of Genesia. They have developed a self-sustained ecosystem for governance, education, and livelihood, living peacefully and maintaining cordial relations with the union government while facing persistent neglect and hostility from the state government. A. In 2022, during unprecedented floods in the plains of State A, respondent number 3 took an administrative decision to divert excess floodwater toward the foothills of Jonisha. The said action was communicated by a television broadcast only 12 hours prior to release and without any consultation with or warning to the Junesian community. Fourth para is, as a result of the said diversion, 4 Junesians residents died due to flooding and lack of evacuation. Houses were destroyed and crops devastated. shattering the community's economy. The entire local and ecological balance was disturbed, severely affecting food, shelter, and livelihood. No state provided relief or evacuation was undertaken by the Tunisia. So, fifth para will be the petitioner community peacefully protested and submitted representation to both the state and union government seeking rehabilitation and investigation into the discriminatory conduct. Sixth para will be in response, a senior state minister publicly labeled the Janatian people as separatists and stated that they deserve nothing from the government on national media, which not only stigmatized the community further but resulted in withdrawal of essential services. Seventh para, as a direct consequence, the health department of the state, that is Reservoir number 4, suspended the annual health visit to Ganesha in 2023, leading to the death due to untreated infections, pneumonia, and lack of vaccination in the flood-affected area. Declaration as per Rule 7 of Order 38 SCR 2013 that the petitioner has not filed any other petition seeking similar reliefs before this honorable court or before any other court or tribunal. That the documents annexed to the writ petition are true copies of their respective original. That the petitioner has no personal or political motive and the present petition is filed purely in the public interest to secure the fundamental rights of the Venetian community, whose rights under Article 14, 15, 19, and 21 of the Constitution have been grievously violated. So friends, now eighth para is grounds. First one is violation of Article 14. The state's actions were arbitrary and discriminatory, targeting a marginalized caste-based group without reasonable classification or justification. Second ground is violation of Article 15. The decisions made were clearly discriminatory on the basis of caste, as Janatians belong to mutant X class, a historically oppressed community. Third one is ground is violation of Article 21. The right to life, health, shelter, and dignity of the Janatians was infringed by the action of flood diversion and omissions like denial of medical care. Fourth ground is violation of Article 19(1)(v). The peaceful protests by Janatians were met with apathy and negative stereotyping, chilling their constitutional right to freedom of expression and assembly. Moreover, their livelihood was too disturbed as they were dependent on natural crops. Now, next ground can be state negligence and targeted exclusion. The failure to consult, warn, evacuate, or rehabilitate the petitioner demonstrates a systematic bias and structural exclusion from essential governance and disaster management. So now comes relief sought. In light of the above, the petitioner most respectfully prays that this honorable court may be pleased to issue a writ of mandamus or any other appropriate writ directing respondents to compensate the families of the deceased and provide full rehabilitation, including housing, livelihood, and healthcare infrastructure for Tunisia. Declare the diversion of floodwater and subsequent denial of health services as unconstitutional and violative of Article 14, 15, and 21 of the Constitution. Direct the respondents to institute an impartial inquiry into the decision-making process leading to the targeted flood division and the suspension of public health services. Direct respondent that number one, Union of India, to formulate special protections for vulnerable and stateless communities, including disaster protection protocols for Tunisia. Issue any other writ, order, or direction that this honorable court may deem fit in the interest of justice, equity, and fundamental rights. And for this act of kindness, the petitioner, as in duty bound, shall ever pray. Drawn and filed by Advocate Ashok Arora, advocate for the petition, Ashok Arora. That's all. God bless you all. See you again. In next video, I am also going to draft affidavit which is mandatory to be included with this petition. So be connected, subscribe.